Monica. We must tell it first to our advisor before telling it to the guidance counselor.
Any more suggestions, classmates? Wait. We should know first from parents what really happened. I heard it was not intentional. So now what we're going to do is we're going to discuss disciplinary action so that we can help parents and
Welcome once again to our telecourse in English. I'm your host, May Fernandez Legaspi. In this episode, we shall talk about evaluative listening. Yes, this youth meeting is a fine example of today's topic. But before that, let's go back to the teaching points we took up in episode 3. We said that analytical listening skills could be developed through the TQLR approach and sectional approach. What did we say TQLR was? Well, we said that T stands for tune in, Q stands for questions the students ask, L stands for listening to the text, and R stands for responding to the questions. And what is one feature of the sectional approach? Correct. With this approach, the teacher can break up the text into manageable sections: situation, problem, and solution. The learner is able to see relationships among items in a given text, thereby enabling him to think analytically. Let's look at another sub-level of critical listening, evaluative listening. What is evaluative listening? It may sound difficult to understand, but just look around and you will notice that it is present in our everyday lives. Our students, for instance, do a lot of evaluative listening.
What makes you think na mahihirapan ng Kongresong magbalangkas ng bagong batas?
Itong nakaraang mga araw, patuloy ang pagbaba ng stock market natin. No? Tuloy-tuloy ang baba niya.
While engaged in these listening activities, our students do some kind of evaluation. They have to know whether people are telling the truth or not, or whether they are stating facts or opinions. This episode will certainly equip you with some knowledge and skills in the teaching of evaluative listening. But before that, let's pause for a few reminders. Let me take you now to a class to illustrate our lesson for today.
Would you like to play a game, class? Yes, ma'am. Okay, I have here with me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. As you can see, each card has a statement written on it. Each sentence states either a fact or an opinion. What I would like you to do is to tell me those that state facts and those that express opinions. Will anyone want to read the statements on the board? Can I ask for a volunteer? Yes, Dan.
Number 1. I think our country is very popular among tourists.
Who else would like to recite? Yes, Monica.
What did the teacher ask her students to do? Yes, she asked her students to make a distinction between a fact and an opinion. Which of the 6 cards express factual statements? What about those which state opinions? How did the students fare? Let's go back to the classroom and find out.
Now that you have read the sample sentences on the board, I now need 2 volunteers to play the game. Who would like to volunteer? Yes, Don Valenzuela and Jewel Julio. Don, Jewel, kindly come forward and do as I tell you. Don, I am going to give you this card with the word facts written on it. Kindly show it to the class. Jewel, I am going to give you the card with the word opinions written on it. Kindly show it to the class. Don, you are to choose those which state facts. Jewel, you are to choose those which express opinions. Kindly post them now on the board. Don, Jewel, are you ready? Okay, ready, set, go! Thank you, Don. Thank you, Jewel. You may now take your seats. We will find out if you posted the correct answers on the board. Now, will anyone want to read the statements written under facts on the board? Yes, Noel?
Statements written under facts are: number 3, Baguio might be the best place to stay. Number 1, I think our country is very popular among tourists. Number 5, people go there to shoot the rapids.
Who else would like to recite? Yes, Jennifer.
The statements written under the opinions are: 2. Baguio is the summer capital of the Philippines. 4. Baccanan Falls is a well-known tourist spot. 6. Generally, there are more Japanese tourists who come to the country than any other tourists.
Thank you, Jennifer. Class, are the cards correctly placed?
No, ma'am.
Can I ask for a volunteer to rearrange the cards? I'm asking for 2 volunteers, actually. Yes, Richard and Solomon. Kindly come forward and rearrange the cards. Thank you, Solomon. Thank you, Richard. You may now take your seats. Class, let's look at the board again. This time around, are the cards correctly placed under the 2 columns? Yes, Monica?
None of the cards are correctly placed in the 2 columns. The first column presents opinions, while the second column presents facts.
Class, do you agree with Monica?
Yes, ma'am.
Our students were really good, weren't they? But how were they able to arrive at their answers? We'll know the answers to these questions when we return. A while ago, our students showed us how good they were in distinguishing between fact and opinion. This time, they'll show why they made such classification.
Class, tell me why you came up with these classifications. Yes, Diane.
Sentences 2, 4, and 5 state facts.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, they express truth.
And what truths are these, Diane?
That Baguio is definitely the summer capital of the Philippines, that Baccanan Falls is certainly a well-known tourist spot, and that people really go there to shoot the rapids.
Very good, Diane. Now, what about the remaining sentences? Why did you say that these sentences express opinions? Yes, Annalyn?
Ma'am, because of the expressions think in sentence 1, might in sentence 3, and generally in sentence 6.
Very good, Annalyn. What do these sentences suggest? Yes, Jones?
These sentences seemingly do not express fact. They express opinions, feelings, and beliefs.
Very good, Jones.
The class was really good, don't you think so? Let's summarize what the students said. They said that the idea in a sentence is a fact if it expresses the truth, and the sentence is said to tell an opinion if it expresses feelings and beliefs. Expressions such as might, generally, and I think are used to express opinions, beliefs, and personal feelings. I know it's not very easy to teach our students how to discriminate between fact and opinion, but don't worry, I'm here to help you work that out. What questions did the teacher ask of her students? The questions the teacher asked were, why did you say that these sentences express facts? And what do you mean by that? These are high-level questions. Specifically, these questions are what we call evaluation questions. What do evaluation questions require our students to do? Evaluation questions require learners to exercise their judgment based on a given set of criteria and to discriminate between and among different ideas and values. Before I show you other ways of developing the students' evaluative listening skills, let's pause for a few reminders. Let's go back to the classroom and see how the teacher conducts other activities to further develop the students' evaluative listening skills.
Class, I would like you to listen to the following recordings and then tell me whom you think the person in each situation is talking to. Okay, bring out your worksheets and then choose from the 3 options given in your worksheet. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, listen very well.
Number 1. May I use the phone ahead of you? I'm in a hurry. The person is talking to A, an elder, B, a peer, C, a younger person. Number 2. Could you please give me the menu? The person is talking to A, a waiter, B, a maid, C, a bartender. Number 3. Get out of here or I'll call the police. The person is talking to A, a child, B, a thief, C, a visitor. Number 4. I need to confess these sins to you before I break them to anyone else. The person is speaking to A, a priest, B, a best friend, C, her mother. Number 5. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me where the nearest post office is? The person is talking to A, a driver, B, a police officer, C, a bus conductor.
Okay, class, were you able to answer the questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
What was the teacher trying to teach the class? She was trying to teach them evaluative listening by making her students sense the appropriateness of each situation to the speaker. Let's take a look at another classroom scene where teacher makes her class pass judgment on sample advertisements.
Class, I would like you to listen to the following advertisements and then tell me whether you think they are attractive enough to make you buy the product each is trying to sell. Okay, class, now bring out your worksheets and then put a check opposite the advertisement which you think is truthful enough and a minus opposite the advertisement which you think is not so credible, hence which you do not agree to. Are you ready, class?
Yes, we are.
Okay, then, let's listen to the first advertisement.
Dining? Come to El Gusto restaurant. It offers you a lot of good food at affordable prices. Try our paella. Truly delectable. Or our lengua estofada. Truly sumptuous and savory. El Gusto restaurant, a place for those who have good taste.
Advertisement number 2. New, exciting, soothing to the skin. Angelica, the mild soap for the sensitive skin. Try it and you will feel the velvety change in your face in just 2 weeks. Angelic, magnifique, Angelica. Available at all leading drugstores and supermarkets.
Advertisement number 3. Go, 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 bingo! Come and join the fun. Be counted as one. Wear bingo, the latest in fashion for the man and the lady on the go. Bingo!
Class, did you like them?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now tell me, which of the 3 advertisements did you find the most convincing? Yes, Donato?
The third advertisement, ma'am.
And why do you say that, Donato?
Ma'am, because the advertisement sounds good. You know, ma'am, the beat, go, go, go. I like it very much.
I see. But do you see anything in the advertisement which you think is believable?
Yes, ma'am, bingo is a good name. And once I wear it, I think I will feel on the go, go, go.
Okay, Donato, I respect your decision. Now, how about you, Jewel? Which of the 3 advertisements do you think is the most convincing?
Ma'am, I think it is ad number 1.
And why do you say that?
Because the words are so convincing that I feel like eating at Augusto restaurant. You know, ma'am, I like to eat good foods.
I see. That was good, Jewel. Okay, now we only have 1 advertisement left. What can you say about it? Perhaps we should play it again. Advertisement number 2. New, exciting, soothing to the skin. Angelica, the mild soap for the sensitive skin. Try it and you will feel the velvety change in your face in just 2 weeks. Angelic, magnifique, Angelica. Available at all leading drugstores and supermarkets. What can you say about that? Can I see a raise of hands? Yes, Annalyn?
Ma'am, it is quite unbelievable.
And which part of the advertisement is not quite credible?
Ma'am, the velvety change in my face in just 2 weeks? How can that be?
Very good, Annalyn. You're entitled to your own opinion. How about... Yes, Jennifer, can we hear from you?
I agree with Annalyn, ma'am. I have tried products using the same claim, and they just didn't do any good to my face. 2 weeks is a very short period of time for changes to occur.
Very good, Jennifer. Well, you know, class, all your answers are correct, but I do agree with Annalyn and with Jennifer that advertisement number 3 is not quite believable.
Wasn't that a good activity for students to develop evaluative listening skills? Notice how the teacher made her students sense the difference between truth and falsity. With these skills, they are able to evaluate, weigh things out before arriving at decisions and choices. Well, we will show you another classroom scene which will demonstrate evaluative listening. Take a look at this.
Class, I would like you to imagine that your family is going on a vacation. You don't have any place to stay, and so your parents ask you to help them look for one. Now, I have prepared 3 taped advertisements. Listen closely to each one of them and choose which one is the best for your family. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But remember, you are not supposed to write anything as you listen to the advertisements. We begin with house number 1.
Are you a nature tripper? Well, this is the place you're looking for. One may believe that this is the place where nature is at its best. It's a 5-bedroom bungalow situated on top of a hill overlooking Taal Lake, accessible to hospitals, churches, and markets. For as low as 1,500 pesos a day, you can avail yourself of this dream house.
Next is house number 2. Again, please do not write anything as you listen to the advertisement.
Looking for a perfect vacation house? A beach where you and your loved ones can enjoy swimming from sunrise to sunset and have privacy too. It's a 3-bedroom bungalow where water and electricity are not a problem. It's a 20-minute drive from the city of Batangas. You can have it for as low as 1,750 pesos a day.
Lastly, house number 3. Again, please do not write anything as you listen to the advertisement.
Now is the time for you to get away from it all. This is the place where you can escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. Enjoy the serenity and luxury of the place. It's a 5-bedroom bungalow with a swimming pool, accessible to the market and hospital. For only 2,500 pesos a day, you can stay in your dream house in Laguna.
Did you notice what the teacher did during the first exposure to the text? Yes, she merely made the students listen to the text without letting them take down notes. Why was that so? That was done in order to make the students grasp what the whole text was about. So, what do you think will the teacher do next? You'll find out when we return. Now, let's go back to the classroom and see what the teacher does next.
Listen to the ads for the second time. As you listen, please fill in the chart on the board. Okay? Yes.
Are you a nature tripper? Well, this is the place you're looking for. One may believe that this is the place where nature is at its best. It's a 5-bedroom bungalow situated on top of a hill overlooking Taal Lake, accessible to hospitals, churches, and markets. For as low as 1,500 pesos a day, you can avail yourself of this dream house.
That was ad number 1. Let's listen to ad number 2.
Looking for a perfect vacation house? A beach where you and your loved ones can enjoy swimming from sunrise to sunset and have privacy too. It's a 3-bedroom bungalow where water and electricity are not a problem. It's a 20-minute drive from the city of Batangas. You can have it for as low as 1,750 pesos a day.
Let's get ready for ad number 3.
Now is the time for you to get away from it all. This is the place where you can escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. Enjoy the serenity and luxury of the place. It's a 5-bedroom bungalow with a swimming pool, accessible to the market and hospital. For only 2,500 pesos a day, you can stay in your dream house in Laguna.
Now that you have your answers, can anybody come to the board and fill in the chart? Yes, Glenn.
What did the teacher ask the students to do as they listened to the text for the second time? Yes, they were asked to accomplish a chart based on the advertisements that they had listened to. This can be referred to as a while listening activity. A while listening activity usually gives students a purpose for listening. As the name implies, a while listening activity means that the students do a task while they listen to a given stimulus. The students' task now is to fill up the chart. Will they have similar or different answers? Let's find out.
Good work, Glenn. Thank you. So, which of the houses are you opting for? Yes, Don.
Ma'am, I'm opting for house number 1. It has 5 bedrooms and is accessible to the church, market, and hospital. And it will only cost me 1,500 pesos. Tagay tayo sa cool face, and I do like cool faces.
Okay. Now, Jules, why did you choose house number 3?
Well, it gives the best offer. The house has 5 bedrooms, with a swimming pool for only 2,500. And it is located in Laguna, which is not difficult to reach.
That was good. Now, how about you? David?
Ma'am, I prefer house number 2 because it is located on Batangas, which has good beaches, and it also has 3 bedrooms, and we're only a small family.
All right.
What did you notice? Yes, you saw the teacher asking her students to reflect on their answers. She asked them to weigh the pros and cons. In other words, she asked them to evaluate. What questions did the teacher ask? Yes, she asked them evaluation questions. And what are these evaluation questions? We'll find out after a few reminders. A while ago, we talked about evaluation questions. Now, let's explore them further. Evaluation questions may ask learners for their opinions on people's actions and behaviors, current moral and political issues, ideas and arguments, literary and artistic works, or even solutions to practical problems. This means that there are no correct nor incorrect answers to evaluation questions because the answers to them are based on the learner's experiences of the world. There are expressions we can use when we ask questions to develop evaluative listening skills. And some of these are, do you think? Why? Do you believe that? Why? Do you agree to that? Why? Why not? Do you like or prefer? Why? Why not? What is your opinion of? Why? Which is best? Why? Which do you prefer? Why? Why do you think? What do you consider is the? These are only a few of the common ways to introduce evaluation questions. Let's look at the very last classroom scene where the teacher further develops evaluative listening skills in her learners.
Class, you're all looking forward to your junior-senior prom, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Donato, you were raising your hand.
Ma'am, we're all going to attend. After all, it's a once-in-a-lifetime activity.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Monica. I'm thrilled, ma'am. I can wear my best party dress. Very good. Yes, Richard, you're saying something?
Well, ma'am, I can show my dancing prowess.
Okay, class, then I think you should all go. But before we start talking about what you should do during the JS prom, I would like you to listen very well to what I'm going to read. It's a very short text, and I think that most of the girls here can relate with the main character. But class, one reminder, you're not supposed to jot down anything. You're only going to listen intently to what I am going to say, okay? Okay, I'm going to read the text at the back of the class. Doris is the class muse. Like everybody else in her class, she is very excited to attend the junior-senior prom. She already has the required pink dress to wear. She is very positive that she will really look good in it. After all, she has carefully chosen its design and, of course, the pair of shoes that perfectly matches the dress. Oh, she can hardly wait for that grand day. But she has a big problem. Who's going to be her escort? She has 3 ardent admirers, and they are all bent to be her escort. But who will she choose? All 3 of them are deserving to be her escort for the night. For the nth time, she has tried to give a solution to her problem. She has begun to evaluate their positive and negative qualities. First is Jake, a bespectacled guy who is considered the genius of the class. He is tall and quite good-looking. However, he is very conservative for the outgoing Doris. Besides, he does not like dancing, which Doris enjoys most. Next in line is Leo, who has thin lips. A party goer, Leo is always the live wire of the party. Leo could be the best prom date. Problem is, he is an inch shorter than Doris. Then there is Mike, who is every inch a gentleman. He is actually Doris's crush, but she always feels uncomfortable with him. Girls are swooning over his good looks. Everybody has a crush on him.
Did you notice that, unlike in the first classroom scene, the teacher was reading the text? She did not use a recorder. Well, a teacher can always read the text to her students, especially if it is not too long. Besides, if she is a very good reader, she can always arouse the students' interest by giving more life to the text. And that was exactly what the teacher did. Just like the previous classroom scene, what did the teacher ask her students to do as they listened to the text for the first time? You're right. The students just listened without taking down notes. Why did she do that? Well, it was done for the students to have a better grasp of the text. Let us see what the teacher will do next.
Now, class, I would like you to listen to the text for the second time, okay? And then try to fill in the chart on the board, which I think each of you has on his or her own worksheet. I would like you to list down the positive and the negative qualities of Doris's admirers. Okay, I'll read the text at the back of the classroom. Listen very well. Doris is the class muse. Like everybody else in her class, she is very excited to attend the junior-senior prom. She already has the required pink dress to wear. She is very positive that she will really look good in it. After all, she has carefully chosen its design and, of course, the pair of shoes that perfectly matches the dress. Oh, she can hardly wait for that grand day. But she has a big problem. Who's going to be her escort? She has 3 ardent admirers, and they are all bent to be her escort. But who will she choose? All 3 of them are deserving to be her escort for the night. For the nth time, she has tried to give a solution to her problem. She has begun to evaluate their positive and negative qualities. First is Jake, a bespectacled guy who is considered the genius of the class. He is tall and quite good-looking. However, he is very conservative for the outgoing Doris. Besides, he does not like dancing, which Doris enjoys most. Next in line is Leo, who has thin lips. A party goer, Leo is always the live wire of the party. Leo could be the best prom date. Problem is, he is an inch shorter than Doris. Then there is Mike, who is every inch a gentleman. He is actually Doris's crush, but she always feels uncomfortable with him. Girls are swooning over his good looks. Everybody has a crush on him. Okay now, class. Are you now ready to fill in the chart?
Yes, ma'am.
Who would like to fill in the chart on the board? Yes, Jenny?
noticed that the students listened to the text for the second time. They were also given a specific task to do. They were asked to fill in the chart as their while listening activity. Let's go back to the classroom to find out how the students fare in that assigned task.
Now, class, can somebody read the chart? Yes, Monica. Jake's positive qualities are, he is the class genius, he's tall and good looking. His negative qualities are, he's very conservative and he doesn't like dancing. On the other hand, Leo has thin lips. He is a live wire and loves dancing. But he is an inch shorter than Doris. Mike, meanwhile, is every inch a gentleman. However, he is very good looking and he is everybody's crush. That's why he cannot be with Doris all the time.
Very good, Monica. Now, class, let's look at the 3 sketches. Can you identify them based on the descriptions here on the chart?
Who is Jake? Who is Leo? Who is Mike? Yes, Jones? Can you write down the name on the board to the corresponding sketch?
I think this is Mike because he is very good looking. And I think this must be Leo because he got thin lips. And lastly, I think this is Jake because he is wearing spectacles.
Class, do you think Jones is correct? Is he correct, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, class, who do you think is the best escort for Doris? Yes, Solomon?
I think it is Leo, because just like Doris, he loves dancing, and surely Doris will enjoy his company.
Okay, perhaps. Any other answer? Yes, Jennifer.
But Leo is shorter than Doris. They don't eat. I believe Jake should be her partner. He may not love dancing just like Doris does, but she will surely be the apple of his eyes. Unlike Mike, who is every girl's dream. Doris will never enjoy Mike's company either because many girls will be after his attention.
Very good, Jennifer. Any other answer? Yes, Diane.
For me, I prefer Mike for Doris. They will be a perfect pair as far as look is concerned.
Did you notice that the teacher made the students read the chart after it had been properly accomplished? This was to check if the answers were correct. It likewise prepared the students for the next task based on the finished chart. Remember that the students were made to identify the characters among the sketches. How were they able to do it? Of course, they matched the descriptions with the sketches. This task is a post-listening activity. What did the students do next? Yes, they were made to evaluate as to who would be the best escort for Doris. That was another post-listening activity. That chart, which the students completed, helped them a lot in making choices. What specific question did the teacher ask the first students? Yes, that was an evaluation question. Students were made to think and in the process were able to form their own opinions. Now, let's summarize what we have discussed today. We've said that, first, evaluative listening is a subtype of critical listening. Second, evaluative listening skills enable our students to form wise judgments and decisions. Third, evaluation questions call for a set of criteria to go by. Fourth, evaluative listening lends itself to high-level questions, which in turn develop higher-order thinking skills. This is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the tasks and activities we showed you in order to learn how to teach evaluative listening. Remember, it's high time we develop critical listening skills among our learners. Perhaps you can reflect these in your next set of lesson plans. In episode 5, we'll talk about another type of listening. Good luck and happy teaching!